Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to tuning into my channel. I hope you enjoyed last week's moon phase, which was the first quarter of the moon. And now we are having the full moon lunar eclipse in our moon loving sign Taurus. But for those who are new to the channel, just let me tell you that I am an intuitive MoonStrologer, which means I combine Moonology and astrology. In this video, I will focus on the full moon and the zodiac it falls into. We'll talk about the different traits and flavors this zodiac will bring to the face, but also we'll give tips on healing you can do. And I also talk about the house that is ruled by the zodiac. And of course, I channel like a message for you guys that you may want to use for your own journey. And that's about it. But what I forgot to mention last week to those who are following me is that I actually discovered I had recorded 5 videos and I lost them all. They weren't there anymore. So instead of going into the negative thinking cycle of, oh my gosh, work, time gone, all these type of things, I was just looking at the brighter side of things, which is basically that I possibly didn't use the right words to convey the message. It wasn't the right time. Possibly didn't wear the right outfit, just for those who look for this. And I was just focusing on actually the positive side of things, and that helped me to not be upset with it. So I hope this will encourage you if you feel like you have hurdles and roadblocks in your way. As I mentioned last week, that you actually think of different possibilities, how to find a different pathway. And I hope this video is recording because that will make me upset then. So anyway, the full moon lunar eclipse is basically a full moon on steroids. So anything that is happening within you will come up 10 times, 10 times, 100 times more. It will just be more amplified. And these energies will also give us an extra boost for forgiveness work, so really make it a big one. This is also a great time because we are heading towards the end of the year to reflect on all the things that have made you upset or hurt you in the past year, and the people who you want to forgive, but also don't forget to forgive yourself. A common thing is that we are able to forgive others, but we don't forgive ourselves. So really be compassionate with yourself and forgive yourself for the ways that you didn't treat yourself well, or you were just too harsh and hard on yourself. So really, really tune into that and forgive yourself. And that is the most liberating act we can actually take to free ourselves up and to free our soul as well. So the Taurus is an earthy sign, which we know, and it is it is very connected to the moon. It loves to be in the moon. It feels comfortable in this energy. The Taurus is symbolized by the bull. So the bull is very heavy, but what it does is it brings grounding energy because the bull is gravitated towards the ground. It is stable. It moves slowly but steady. So this is a good energy for us throughout this full moon phase because we can really need some grounding energy. But also the bull is very stubborn, and is strong and stable and reliable. What Taurus are known for is they love pleasure and they love extravaganza. So this is a really great time. I mean, every lunar phase will give us an opportunity to reflect on things, to do healing work and forgiveness work as well. But it is also for us to understand the different patterns and encode them. So a good question for you to ask is, do you have overindulged lately? So what are the things you have overindulged in? And it's a time to let this go. Does it serve you? So when we talk about pleasure and overindulging, nothing wrong with that. We all need it and it's beautiful. It's fun. But when we do it too much, then we feel guilty afterwards. We don't feel good. So then this is not right then. It's out of balance. It brings our energies out of balance. So let's take food as an example. It's a really good example. And I'm sure we all have overindulged in our favorite food. It gave us pleasure for a short time. And then we felt really guilty and heavy afterwards. And most likely the feeling that we had before we started overindulging in food is still remaining. It is still there, hasn't resolved, right? So if you feel you agree and that's something you have experienced before, then basically what we try to do with the overindulging of food, we try to fill a void. But of course, the food can't do that for us. So what we really need to do is to get to the ground, to the root cause. Why did we feel that way? And let's say you felt lonely. You didn't know you feel lonely, but what you do is when you feel lonely, you go and get food and overindulge in that. So when you don't ask yourself these questions, you will never get the answer to that. When we ask ourselves questions, we allow ourselves to create space and to actually reflect on things. So, and get awareness and clarity about certain things we do, patterns, behaviors, and so on and so forth. So when you do this exercise with yourself now, ask yourself why. Why did I overindulge in food? There could be something coming through, like, because I always do that. Why? Because it's the only thing I know to do. Why? And then you get deeper and deeper and deeper until you get to the root cause, which eventually might be because I feel lonely. And then you discover that and you be like, oh, wow, I didn't know that. And then you can actually start your healing work. And if you want to tap deeper into those things, just Google. There are lots of experts out there who do like work with healing, different tools, patterns, methods. And you can just pick and choose whatever you resonate with. So this is a great time to actually get down to the ground and ask ourselves why we do overindulge in things that actually make us not happy, that actually make us feel the opposite. And only if we get to the roots, we can truly transform ourselves and our own life. So Taurus rules the second house in astrology, which is all about it's a house of possessions, of cash and property. It also has to do with our self-esteem, our values, things that we value, and our material wealth as well. So these are topics that could be more dominant during this phase, but also this is probably good guidance for you to reflect on those topics in your life and see if you overindulge in a few things there. And it's not one thing that really was prevalent when I channeled this message for you guys, is that it's not always about shifting mountains in order to create change, but sometimes it's just about moving little pebbles out of the way. And I'm sure we all can move little pebbles out of the way, because when we always start our journey and think, or when we want to change things and we just see the mountain that we need to shift, we can get really discouraged. So just think of moving little pebbles out of the way and do it step by step. Steady and slowly wins the race. That's how the saying goes. So that's very good that we have the symbol, the bull here, so you can actually follow that as well, or take it as a symbol for yourself, for your own journey. And the message from Luna that I channeled is, let go of what you no longer want and make space for what you need. So this is a very powerful message that I will also take close to my heart for this phase, because we all have something that we need to let go of or want to let go of that we no longer want. So then only then we truly create space for what we need. And a moon affirmation that may help you throughout this time also to find grounding in this turbulent energies or in this powerful full moon eclipse energies. I'm grounded and I'm connected to all that is. This is a very simple affirmation that helps me to feel grounded. I hope that helps you too. But as always, you can choose your own affirmation or anything or any tool that helps you to feel grounded. And I hope, guys, that you will enjoy this full moon lunar eclipse. Hopefully you get a good view